All right, y'all. Quick lesson and opportunity being presented right now based upon a career path reading. So it's obvious by now that I'm an astrologer. Let's think about this though. What if I never uploaded a YouTube video for you to see that How could we be sure that an astrologer is what I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to be doing, and what I'm supposed to be doing as a career? Now, in astrology, the number one predictor of what we'll be doing for a career resides where our midheaven point is, aka the 10th house. Now you see in my chart right here, the midheaven point lands in the sign of Gemini. But that's a little too vague for a skeptic like me. I could be communicating about anything for a career. Furthermore, astrology is a field that is in depth, a field that takes hours of study. And for a sign like Gemini, which is scattered and has a short attention span, that kind of focus can be easily distracted, and the sign of Gemini can get bored with things as well very quick. So me, I want a stronger confirmation. To do that, I look into what's called the hidden jewels of astrology, which is the decanates. And what do you know? My decanate happens to land in 26 degrees of Gemini, which is the third decan of the sign Gemini. And the third decan of Gemini happens to be Aquarius, and Aquarius rules over astrology. Listen, that was pretty simple, right? But here's what could get tricky with that. Because signs in astrology rule over many different industries. So take Aquarius, for example. It rules over innovation. It rules over aviation. It rules over HVAC. It rules over airplanes. It rules over electronics. It rules over electronic media. But how do we know that I won't be a coder, right? Y'all already know that I'll be in the coding now. How do we know that I won't be in the computer industry? Electronic media. We could even say electronic media, right? Because this video is being published electronically, right? So I still want more insight into, well, what can confirm that I will be an astrologer? Or what about this one, right? Y'all know the hoopla about how Westerners say that you should discard your South Node point altogether, right? We look at my South Node. I got the South Node in the sign of Aquarius. Oh, so what does that mean? All bets are off for me being an astrologer? Should I discard everything Aquarian about my chart and my life because the South Node resides there? But moreover, should I discard it altogether as a career because my South Node lands there? Well, I tell all my clients who got North Nodes and South Node readings, or if they inquire about node insight in general, to let them choose on their own whether they're going to discard their South Node altogether. Me personally, as an astrologer, I don't feel that it's plausible to discard something that you've carried for lifetimes or a lifetime prior to this one into this one, based upon it being something that is about release. It's like cutting out a whole part of who you have evolved to be at this very point. And not only that, South Node characteristics that you come into this incarnation with, there's something that you could do with your eyes closed, metaphorically, not, maybe some things you can do with your eyes closed. My point is, it's like second nature to you, What if something pending deals with survival and you know things from your South Node like the back of your hand? Would you ignore it and discard it when it comes to a scenario or situation like that? Something to think about. So again, I tell my clients, listen, it's up to you whether you're going to discard your South Node or not. I personally wouldn't do it, but it's always up to the person, right? I'm not saying that just because you're in this lifetime to not go towards your North Node and grow, because you're supposed to be evolving in that direction. True. However, when it comes to discarding the South Node, that's a question that's better left answered to the inquirer, to the querent, which is you. Moreover, let's get to this, right? I've spoken to many people who feel like they concur with the statement that goes, do something you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life. Y'all have heard that before, right? So love is ruled by the planet Venus, right? It also rules over money. So there's other people who will say, well, man, I'd sure like to do something for my career, but I would want to make sure that I can make money in it as well, right? So that's another factor to consider. I've also spoken to plenty of people who want to make sure that they enjoy what they're doing for a career. And sometimes they choose it over the money. As long as they're having fun and they enjoy it, they want to make sure that that is a factor that's incorporated in their career. And I've also dealt with people who have done their careers already, and they still not done with life yet though, which brings me to their north node. And then we have to see where they're destined to go and end up regardless, right? So there's two primary points that I look at when discerning a person's career, and that is their ideal career path or the career path that makes money. And both. And sometimes you get lucky and you get all of that combined in one. It happens. Now those last three components, love and or money, fun, and destiny, I left out of this lesson because if I told you, then I would give you my entire formula, right? So I'm going to keep that on hold. However, I will provide those things for you when you get a career path lead, along with everything else that I described in the video. I'll just need to ask you a few questions via SMS. The phone number's in the description box, and then I'll provide you a video concerning your career path. I just need an hour of your time. $75 is the fee. I'll invoice your email, PayPal, or you can Zelle me, your choice. Make sure you have your birth info, and please don't go off of what your mama suggests is the time that you were born. We all know Mom Dukes was going through it when they pushed you out. So don't wing it and go based upon that. I've had clients that have gotten a reading from me before and come to find out it was inaccurate because they went based off what their moms told them, and then they had to come back to me and get a second reading because the first one was inaccurate. You don't want to go through all of that. Get your long form birth certificate. It'll have your time, date of birth stamped on. Please, please. Now, share this video, y'all, especially if you know someone who's been pondering on what it is that they want to do with their life, with their career, and that they can benefit from this. Share it. And how about this? I'll run a raffle. Just comment in the comment section the word career. I'll take all your handles, put it in a random generator, and then you can get a career path reading from me for free. I will announce the winner on Saturday at high noon. So act fast, all right? And I'll be announcing the winner on a community post tab. All right? So again, act fast, share this video, and happy soul season. I'm out.